Well, hello, my friends. We are out here. We're live. We're getting into the mix of it with Austin Champ and Suplex. Brought to you live, of course, by the Colorado High School Activities Association. We're going to be getting into the grand finals of this amazing League of Legends bracket that they have been able to sponsor, being able to put these young esport athletes through so that they could test their mettle against some of the best. And I'm out here to get a front row seat with the man Suplex. Suplex, how you feeling?
What's going on, Austin? I'm doing pretty good, my man. Truly, it's been a pretty good day of matches so far. PlayVS Fall 2022 High School Championship featuring League of Legends. It has been a great day of matches. We had Rocket League earlier today. Super tight matches. It was explosive out the gate, and I'm hoping we have some similar results here in League of Legends. Now, we're getting ready for the draft right now. We're going to see how these teams build out. What do you think so far, Austin? Any ideas so far?
Well, there's definitely some great meta picks. This is the preseason patch as well. Kind of iteration that we're going to get to enjoy of League of Legends. Year, they will renovate and overhaul some of the things that might have felt stale in the last season, or really add in a whole bunch of new elements that have never before been seen. So this time it's actually really nice. We're coming into this patch 12.22 with basically a lot of old items, a part of when I was a young challenger of the Rift coming up in the leagues myself. A lot of those old items came back into the game, a little bit reworked, and it's very exciting to see how the jungle changes as well are going to play a factor in this grand finals. It's a best of 3, of course. And I'm really liking these bans that are coming out early here. These are some of the strongest picks in the game. We're seeing Silas. Silas is an insane mid laner. Sejuani, a jungler that has insane presence throughout the map, or a top laner with very strong reliability. Then on the red side, Shaco, really hard to predict assassin. Cassante, the brand new champion, which I would have been excited to see come out. He got banned as well, and Olaf. So a lot of jungle focus from this red team here. I'm interested to see why that is. Maybe they're feeling like they have a little bit of a jungle gap, or it's gonna be interesting to see why that is. Anything that you like that you see so far from this initial picks and ban, Suplex?
I'm liking our first pick. We got Viper over here on the left.
Yeah, basically, right.
I'm joking around. But no, that's
Renata Glass. She's one of the newest members of the cast as well. She's a very aggressive support, and she has a cool little gimmick where she can keep people alive for a bit longer than they're supposed to. And if they get a kill, they actually come back with some life healed up. So really quick picks on the other side. Caitlyn and Shyvana, very press W type picks right there.
I mean, I did watch Arcane. I do know who Caitlyn is. We're in there.
Okay, yeah. No, Caitlyn, yeah, Piltover's finest right there. She locks it down.
Piltover's finest.
She locks it down. And then we got Rammus, Nico, and Renata. So that side we're looking on the blue team, they have a very great, AoE focused team comp. Like, they're going to be able to lock down somebody with that Rammus and then proceed to layer a lot of AoE abilities around that with the Nico ultimate, with the Renata ultimate. And then on the other side, it's looking like they're trusting their mid laner because they got Zed picked in, and that is a high-risk, high-reward champion.
Tell me more about Zed here, because what is the true end game for Zed to actually be as effective as we're hoping it to be?
Well, Zed just wants to be able to, pop one of the squishiest members of the team. If he can make that person the AD carry of the other team with his ultimate intact, he's gonna get the most AD stats basically stolen from them, which is gonna juice him up a lot more. But he's gonna want to weave in and out of the fights, which he's actually gonna be kind of afforded to do with the kind of committing that the blue side is going with. They have a lot of one-click abilities that once that's gone, once Zed has seen Nico use her ultimate, Renata's ultimate be expended, he's going to be feeling free to go in very aggressively without feeling like he's going to be in danger. Once Rammus has picked his target and he knows it's not him, he can find his way onto possibly this Jhin that is being hovered right here. And if that's the pick, this Zed is frothing at the mouth, feeling good. It's a very immobile carry. He's going to be able to get his mark on. He's going to be able to farm him if he's, allotted that space. So the team, the blue team here is really going to have to rally behind him. And to make things easier for everybody at home, I believe that is going to be the blue team there. Is the Trojan Armadillos. And then the red side is Wolfpack Legends to start things off.
Oh, yeah. Now, both these teams have been coming a long way from the entire bracket, and it's been a stacked one, to say the least. But in League of Legends, it's not quite the amount of matchup experience that you have, but the adaptation.
Oh, absolutely. You got to have that mentality. You'll never give up.
Yeah, there's so much you can learn from in this game, and there's so much that you have to be really quick on your feet about, not just for understanding and game sense wise, but also for the pure fact that this game is ride or die on the build and synergies you are going to ride with your team. If you cannot fulfill those, we're looking at a quick match here.
Yeah, absolutely. The kind of comps that it looks like they're starting to lock in. I'm not sure situation there. It looked like one of the players had left, so they will just have to quickly rebuild that lobby. But the way things work, you pick the character, it's locked in for the game. So they'll quickly be able to remake that lobby, be able to get back on the load-in screen, which will be really nice. I think we'll have a little bit of a 3-minute delay, just that spectator excited. Everybody that plays League of Legends very familiar with being 3 minutes behind, so you can't cheat for your friends.
We're chilling. You can't just be seeing into the future like that. Stream sniping be gone in League of Legends. It's not gonna happen. While we're waiting though, you mentioned earlier 12.2.2. This update, you're talking about it like it seems going to shake up a lot here. Is there a lot of nerfs and buffs coming into play?
It's more a general, the mechanics of the game are being refined and adjusted in a major way that really affects the gameplay. One of the most noteworthy is going to be the jungle rework. You know, it hasn't been a huge sample size. You know, I think it's only been about 2 weeks since we've had the newest patch come out. You know, but in general, you're not as rewarded as a jungler for destroying the other jungler as much. They made it that, you know, the other jungler, if he ends up being outplayed and really at a deficit, the game, it makes it a bit easier for him to catch up, and it makes it a bit more streamlined and less rewarding as well for the time that jungler spent counter jungling. It's a little less rewarding that time spent now. So it kind of opens up junglers that are able to clear quickly. They're going to be able to just gank heavy, and switching up the gank pathing is going to be super important at this top level, especially grand finals, everything on the line the way it is right here. And we're remaking the lobby really quick. Like I said, I think it will all be exact same bans. Everything should just go through the exact same, and we'll be right into that lobby reset, right into the game.
Yeah, and now I'm looking at the patch notes myself right now, and I'm looking at the return of the Chemtech Drake.
Oh yeah, that thing was very oppressive on launch. They instantly took it out. They were like, yeah, people are winning. I think it was around 70% of games if they were able to really snowball on that objective. So it was game breaking, and they figured out a way to kind of refine it. Now it's turned into, if you're familiar with the Infernal Drake, which increases ability power and attack damage with each stack, this now will allow for enchanters to really take a big stride away from their competition once they start to stack the Chemtech Drakes. All the shields and healing will get a 5% stacking buff, and then I believe the soul makes it that when you're below 50% health, you get an attack damage increase as well, which is really nice. So yeah, all those little minute percentages really start to add up when you get into the items that you can build and the base stats of each character. So every little bit counts, especially when you're sitting there 1 health trying to take down your opposition.
Yeah. I mean, it looks even extra terrifying as I'm reading through more of the patch notes here, as most of the jungle creatures have actually been buffed health-wise and damage-wise. Or nerfed damage-wise, more so just buffed health-wise so they're more tanky. Yeah,
with the increased power that you have against your jungle, like I think have a 20% damage increase inside of your own jungle now, and we also have those brand new little I don't want to call them Pokemon, but the new jungle items are kind of like little dogs that follow you around, or wolves that follow you. Yeah, jungle creatures that follow you around, and now they also help in attacking your camp, whereas before that was not a thing. You were just solo in your experience of trying to beat the jungle camp. So low single target farmers always had a big issue clearing the jungle early. They would be at a very delayed pace compared to somebody that has AoE abilities and can farm the jungle quickly. So it's a nice little bit of quality of life increase for those single target junglers, and you might see a whole new meta just start to come out. And early here, like we said, we're gonna just see all these same exact picks and get into this next lobby as quick as possible.
Oh yeah. I'm also surprised that there's actually a full-on evolution system for the companions as well. Like, these buffs are looking pretty crazy. Just being able to even just gain a 45% bonus movement speed when entering and leaving a brush, like, in fights, that could be make or break.
Yeah, it's going to be really huge. It's actually interesting. It looks like this team, the Wolfpack Legends, actually have chosen 2 different champions this time, Rel and Mordekaiser. I don't believe that they chose that the first time around, so I'm not sure if I'm not sure if Trojan Armadillos is wary of this or if they care, but
are they
there's
cool
a little bit of if there's like a gentleman's agreement, but pretty sure once you've locked in, that's what you've locked in. A little bit of a switch up, but it's gonna be all good. We'll see how this still transpires. They have, like I said, a very simple composition on the blue side. Rammus is looking to lock down the Caitlyn, make her job very difficult to put out damage. As he does that, Nico and Renata will start to lay over their AoE ultimates. Darius will just be able to kind of weave in and out of the fight and pick down the front line. Probably will end up getting challenged by Mordekaiser quite a bit, unless the Mordekaiser is able to find the Nico on that red side. But yeah, the red side there, they're just trying to farm, get that Shyvana online, get that Caitlyn online, and let the Zed be able to be strong enough to pick off that Jhin by himself without having to worry too much. And it's going to be a very explosive battle. That's all I gotta say. I'm very happy to see 2 different play styles meeting here. And as we pan over the beautiful Summoner's Rift and look again one more time at these picks and bans, what's the most exciting thing for you going into this Suplex?
I really want to see the full potential of Rammus come out here, because looking at the patch notes once again, one of the final things I'm noticing is that they're going to be relying on that new buff for Rammus. I mean, the defensive ball gaining more bonus armor and more magic resistance, meaning that it can just run in there and tank it up and fully allow supports and assassins to properly get in there and do their job. Because while we're relying on Zed on red side here to do a lot of damage, I'm hoping that Blue's going to be relying on the actual long game to build up those buffs, get those items, and eventually just tear on through. Ram's going to be a core component here, so we'll have to see how it works out.
Absolutely crucial to see that game plan work out with the Rammus. It's also important to not let that pace that the Rammus can provide get ahead of himself. Sometimes he's out there engaging on somebody and the team is a little bit away, so that
maybe over-reliant from
a bit of communication is going to be so important. But you know who's bringing it to you live. It's PlayVS and the amazing Colorado High Schools Activities Associations on the Grand Finals game here. Oski Champions Suplex bringing you the hottest action between the Trojan Armadillos and the Wolfpack Legends. Gonna be an exciting game, and like I said, these are 2 very different comps. It's gonna be important for that blue side there to start to get their control on the game early. They do not want the mid game to basically be where the Caitlyn's able to start to pick up her second item, start to pick up her third item uncontested. Zed is starting to get really scary and farmed up and able to really do some big damage to Jhin without anybody being able to peel back. Mordekaiser's able to just solo anybody that he ulties. If that starts to happen, as well as Shyvana being fully allowed to just do what Shyvana does and become this raging dragon that just fires down across the entire battlefield, it's going to be insanely difficult for the Trojan Armadillos to have an answer for that.
I'm trying to see that. I want to see optimal gameplay here. I need the best of the best and nothing less. This is Grand Finals. Give it all you got.
Yeah, it's Grand Finals. It's time to show up or show out. Show yourself out.
Show up or show yourself out. It's so true. So true. Yeah, no, I'm not, as many people could probably tell, I'm not the most experienced League player, but I can guarantee I do love myself some esports, and these teams have been putting in as much effort as possible. And if I can tell you anything right now, it's I'm excited to see some real gameplay from the talent, some of the best in Colorado High School Activity Association. Like, this is really where it's at.
And it's so important that we continue to cultivate this level of, talent at the lowest level. If you got to see any of the League of Legends World Finals, you'd understand that NA had one of their worst performances ever on our home turf. We had home field advantage and we had our worst performance to date. And that ultimately comes down to the fact of there's so many other regions that foster their lower talent. They foster, you know, high school leagues, middle school leagues, you know, they have just local leagues, all these different ways and outlets for people to continue to cultivate their skills, because you cannot pay for stage time. You can't fake stage time. You need to be in those championship rounds against the champion, taking those big punches to understand how hard your chin has to be moving forward. And it's only going to make our esports scene so much stronger. The kind of things that the CHSSA or SAA and the PlayVS are providing for people to do, like, it's just going to make such a difference in the long run. Even if at the beginning it seems like futile for some of these guys, like, oh, I lost in the high school, I'm never going to be able to go to the pros. You know, it's not the end of the journey. It's just the start of the stepping stone. It's amazing to be able to start to build that resume at such a young age. Man, if I was in high school getting to play in some tournaments at this magnitude, man, I would have been geeked.
Entirely.
Going to school feeling too proud.
Back then, actually getting to compete in real brackets in high school, supporting that would have been incredible. But we're in a new age, and now that we're still cultivating it, like, this is really something special. Like, I couldn't be more thankful that we have tournaments like this supporting the younger scene. If you can't support it here, where are we actually going to support it, right?
Yeah, this is the place to do it. So shout out to all the parents that are staying late at the venue right now to support their player. Shout out to all the coaches that have made it happen. And just like we see on the player tag, let's ride.
Let's ride, yo. The blue buff coming in clutch here. Let me get that real quick.
Yeah, real quick. We'll see real quick pathing with these two characters here. Both of them exceptional jungle clears. Shyvana definitely going to have the upper edge, but Rammus will have the better ganks early on. Shyvana's just going to continue to clear and clear and clear. Rammus will be able to do a lot, but Six Kings here is starting to go a little crazy on Crispy Bond. He does not want to be in this extended engage this early against the Darius. Yeah, flash out of there, because that's imminent death.
Really solid HP trades there. Forcing to back off. Let the minions do their work.
Yeah, Darius just one of those champions. If you let him auto attack you 2-3 times, those stacks of that bleed just continue to build up more and more, and it becomes something that you cannot deal with. I don't think any character in the game can deal with Darius if you let him get 5 bleed stacks on you level 1.
You are simply melted like butter in a pan. Pop some damage off here though.
You see our junglers, if you look down at that map on the bottom right, they're both at the exact same part of the jungle, doing a full clear here. So both of them trying to get full levels going into that top lane is in a fight. And that pool right there is definitely going to lead into something for the bot lane. Will the bleed tick? It will. First blood for the Darius. We had said those extended engages were perilous, and truly they have proven too much for Crispy Bond. He's looking crispy.
Oh,
wow! Dark Angle Man going crazy.
The Jhin actually coming in so clutch right now.
Wow, yeah, those snares with that W really calling out the positioning of the Wolfpack Legends. But as I'm talking about calling out positioning, Let's Ride makes it to the top side. Six Kings with the great job getting out of that. Had the Ghost engaged and was able to get the perfect E off to make Let's Ride say, no way.
Gaming Duff coming in. Getting some easy cash.
I feel like Wolfpack Legends definitely expecting Gaming Duff to have a pop-off game. He might be one of their highest ranked players because it looks like a lot of them are starting to get outclassed in the other lanes. Already we're seeing top lane take some very unfavorable exchanges into this Darius. We're also seeing bot lane starting to, you know, push up a little too aggressively and get called out, end up giving away a kill. So they really have to rely on this Zed to beat this Nico out. If Zed can get level 6, get that ignite on, get the kill, and start to push the momentum on the Nico, he will no doubt be able to take over a good part of this early to mid game transition. But if that's nullified by something that the Trojan Armadillos are able to do, Wolfpack Legends are going to be without any answers. There's going to be so many questions on the map with how much strong everybody's going to be. They're going to have no answers.
Auto 1. And this is the point in time where we need to actually create that space, start building up towards that cash so you can really buy those items and get your team rolling before they get the chance, and those kills are going to be super important.
Yeah, now
Gaming Duff going down for the count.
Yeah, speaking about Gaming Duff needing to pop off, Gaming Duff unfortunately pops down, gets killed in that little bit of skirmish in the river, a little bit of Dark Angle Man now out of position, but not going to be long for danger. Nice sidestep there by Periad. This Caitlyn definitely has some great mechanics, and that was essential. There could have been a great follow-up coming in from the rest of the team that exploded Caitlyn, who's only level 3 here.
That's alright, they're gonna get a huge buff from the Chem-type dragon here.
Yeah, early on, it will definitely lend to the aid of that Rel shield, and that is a dragon that is captured, as well as Shyvana getting that. Shyvana's passive is increased by how many dragons she kills in the game. She's like, you know, a little bit of a meta there, you know? Dragon killing dragon, empowers dragon. But it's really, really interesting to see if she's able to do anything with that dragon buff. You know, it just gives her free magic resist and armor, so it's not even gonna have to do anything extra for that. Just getting the dragons is gonna increase that, I think by like 20%, or 20, 40, 60, and then 80, all the way up to 80 as I think the final one. But with all this extra stuff that you get on top of that, just really insane. But that is going to be Rel taking a bit of a dangerous trade here. The farm is looking like Caitlyn is up by 5 CS here. Not too noteworthy with Jin having that kill, but really great stuff coming out from Periad all throughout this game. You saw that nice sidestep there. Hex Flash coming out from Intron disposal to get away from that danger that was there. And this is a ward battle going down in the brush. Wolfpack Legends gonna hold it down. Like to see the jungler come down here and do a little surprise gank with that, keeping that pressure going.
Bit of stuff going on in mid right now. Game and Duff was going to recall, but then getting caught down by Mewtwo Cool, just trading back and forth slowly. They fight for that control as they start to back off now. Maybe making some space. You see Mewtwo Cool starting to recall. Gonna get in there, hopefully make some space. Go back, buy some stuff, or not. They're gonna hold back. Ramps is coming in clutch from the left side. Not gonna go in just yet. No committals yet. Keeping it slow, patient, waiting for that proper opportunity to get that kill.
Yeah, being a resourceless champion that the Zed is just so nice when you're in the mid lane against somebody that has to have mana. You know, once they use their skills and they've kind of had, you know, no options on those skills anymore, they just have to auto attack the wave, and you can just keep putting pressure on. Really nice. He already has a serrated Dirk as well, so there's no need to buy until he can complete that item. He's not going to get a huge power spike or anything, and he does have that level 7. Didn't get a chance to use that ulti. That's probably why the Rammus came around to hover, just so that Gaming Duff was not able to isolate down that Mewtwo Cool on the Nico and make him a prey this early. And you see how safe this Mordekaiser is playing now. Crispy Bond, like, yeah, I'm not playing no games with you.
Died once, and all of a sudden, it's a playing safe game. We don't want
getting some help from Let's Ride here. Will Darius be able to turn this around? If anybody could 2v1 is Darius. Dunk Master gets kill number 1 with that bleed. And he's gonna possibly get the Q there to get the health regen off the Shyvana, but not gonna be Let's Ride getting close enough for that. I told you this Darius is a threat, and he's gonna get close. Will the dragon come out and dig the bite?
There it is!
The fire is there! Shut down for Let's Ride!
Let's go, yo. Wolfpack Legends creating some huge space up in top lane. Great opportunity. Huge pick off on Sis Kings. Gonna put him down for so long. That respawn time is only climbing up. As we get into minute 9 soon, this match.
Yeah, really just a very explosive first 10 minutes of this game. Rammus coming in tough. Nice kite back by Intron disposal to try to save Periad here. Taking a lot of damage. Finally going to be able to take some free shots here. And really nice peel back by Wolfpack Legends there. Periad, Intron disposal. Played that perfectly. And that Rammus was all up in the back line too. So they had very, you know, very thin margins to play with.
You see Anime Armadillo just rolling in. It's so fast for the gank, but just when the tower's right there, you can't push in too recklessly. That could have been an easy reversal.
Yeah, there's a counter engage coming out from Intron disposal, trying to lock down Dark Angleman, but was not able to do it. They're just gonna want to push out this wave here and keep going. You see the gold here is about 600. Oh, actually, no, as that wave gets cleared out, about 200, 300 gold in the favor of Wolfpack Legends. So they've done a great job evening out this gold, even though the kill score is so much in the favor of the Trojan Armadillos. But there is a massive gank coming out from Let's Ride, getting Gaming Duff really online here with the Zed pick.
Keep it simple now. Don't get too greedy. You're creating good space, but make sure to spend it properly. Healing up real quick with the fruit. Anime Armadillo, maybe just scouting out a little bit. Just saying hey.
Going to be the Ocean Drake that spawns in about 10 seconds here. So you see Wolfpack Legends wanting to get their hands on this objective. Great rotation though by Trojan Armadillos to threaten the space. And looks like they're going to have to retreat for the time being. Will Trojan Armadillos be baited into starting this and kind of funneling their resources all down here as this Shyvana, who does not have Dragon Rage engaged quite yet, still going to be needed to stack that up.
Here comes the gank. It's a team fight, baby.
Oh, big team fight as well.
Shredded here.
Yeah, they really funneled themselves down this choke point, and then the Renata ulti was able to do so much work there. Trojan Armadillos with a massive momentum swing there, able to secure the Ocean Drake as well, which, you know, in the long run is not going to help them too much. The explosive pop potential that comes out from the Zed and the Caitlyn, you're not going to be able to regen through those situations when they're on you, but it will be nice to just have a Drake denied from the Shyvana. Do not want her passive to get too out of hand and her to get all that gold of free stats. Zed gonna use the R to try to dodge the Rammus there, but it was not able to do so. Rammus still gonna get the kill, but on the other side of things, Let's Ride going to kill Mewtwo Cool. Great flash by Let's Ride over the wall to evade Anime Armadillo. Really the namesake here. Max ran on the E there from Six Kings to start to threaten onto Crispy Bond one more time, and the pressure is just going and pushing, and Let's Ride is the big dictator of that. 100% kill participation, and everywhere that Let's Ride goes, you know that trouble is in tow.
Oh, that's a stat right there. God damn. But it's simple now, though. You can see Six Kings trying to create some more space, just lurking around, keeping Crispy Bond locked down to that top corner. Not able to push too much, let them do the work.
Yeah, and he's losing quite a lot of CS, and also you have to look at the itemization. Just to survive against the Darius, he's had to spend 1,000 gold going for the Thornmail, as opposed to getting any kind of item that's going to help him start to kill people, start to single people out, and that's a huge part of this Mordekaiser. He's going to want to be able to not only just take somebody out of a fight, but be able to delete them inside of his realm of destruction and steal their stats. And you know, be able to lend that to his tools when he comes out. Wow, big Shadow Q follow-up there. Going to be followed up fully by Gaming Duff. He is chunking Mewtwo Cool crazy, and that CS lead that he has, 30 CS now in the mid lane, that's about a kill's worth.
Is Gaming Duff simply buff enough to actually get these assassinations on? We're looking at a mid lane right now. Let's see if we can get just one pick off. Been fighting Mewtwo Cool for so long.
And it looks like we're going to be on the Hextech Drake for our final Drake. And speaking of final Drake, that's the final breaths of Mewtwo Cool. If any extra damage was put onto that Zed ultimate, not going to be enough damage. Great use of the Nico ultimate by Mewtwo Cool to add the shield. Just enough shielding to stay alive from that pop.
Six Kings definitely in the lead here in the top lane, but again, it's just been a pure wall of Crispy Bond, not able to be taken down, not able to kill either, but it's not gonna be that easy to just stop by and waltz on through, get that tower. Got a dupin, taking out that ward.
It looks like, if we look in the inventories of our friends here, they're on the second evolution of their friends. They went with the friend that adds the shields. So that's going to be really nice for them once they're able to get, I believe, 60 more stacks on this item. I'm not sure.
The new companions are kind of fresh, huh?
Yeah, very fresh, very fresh. Speaking of fresh, Six Kings is looking like fresh meat down here for Let's Ride and Crispy Bond, but was able to do everything, juke, jive, and jam to get out of that game. Wow, really smooth. There was a lot of pressure coming on to him, and he's able to get out of that smooth. But speaking of getting out of the situation, is the Armadillo in danger, or the ones who are catching him? It's back and forth, and Anime Armadillo really committing now.
Trying to get the damage in there.
by Intron Disposal to use the ultimate to deny Dark Angleman of that curtain call. Sidestep is exceptional from Periad. He's going to possibly survive this with getting away from the Renata ultimate. It will definitely be so. Ace in the hole, not going to kill for the time being. Going to be a great absorption of pressure though from Periad and Intron Disposal. Every time Trojan Armadillos is sending 3 people at them, they're doing enough, and that's allowing for Let's Ride, Gaming Duff, and Crispy Bond to continue to pick up the pieces on the other side of the map.
Great work though from Wolfpack Legends, Periad, and Intron to really be able to hold down that bot lane and make sure they don't leave a huge opening to allow Trojan Armadillos to get that momentum going. Because right now, got that first tower. It might not be completely solid on the side of kills, but that's all right. You're gonna catch up. You're already ahead in money. You've got the first tower. Take your time. Hold that lead.
Yeah, and this is 100% not team deathmatch. You do not want to have kills and no money in this game. It feels really bad. It means that the things that you're doing with those kills are not leading into meaningful advantages for yourself. You're just out here taking people off the map and not denying them the ability to come back. That's such a huge part of League of Legends. Denying gold, denying resources. And we're seeing here, denying vision beautifully by the Trojan Armadillos. They really want to keep this choke point dark for the Wolfpack Legends, so they're able to use those AoE abilities. You see Anime Armadillo poking and prodding at them, all grouping together here. This is such a dangerous position for Periad to be walking down.
A team fight in the jungle, maybe? Here we go.
Let's Ride gonna jump on Inix, below Renata. That was such a massive ultimate. There's the response, everybody exploding. And speaking of exploding, it's the Trojan Armadillos who are not gonna be long on this objective. 6 Kings though, going crazy until Crispy Bond finally gets their just desserts. Finally silences this Darius here in Grand Finals, and they are able to get the first Hex Tech Drake towards stacking this soul.
Dang, let's go. Just Anime Armadillo and Dark Angleman left. The Survivor's guilt probably setting in pretty strong right now, as Wolfpack Legends is simply rolling through mid and jungle right now, getting the hashtag Dragon. Huge lead right now for them. That was exactly what they needed to really solidify its momentum.
Oh yeah, the momentum is established. 2,000 gold lead once all these waves are picked up and pushed out by the Wolfpack Legends. They're even getting the opportunity here to beat up Mini Baron one more time, beat up the Beetle before Big Baron comes on the map, and it's going right back to Let's Ride, who, like we said, has been pushing the tempo, pushing the momentum time and time again, even going for that explosive AP Shyvana. Once those E's hit you, you literally just evaporate, you disintegrate. You're no longer going to be on Summoner's Rift, and we saw that happen there on the Dragon fight.
And we're seeing so much like solid control coming from Gaming Duff's Zed right now as well, as the mid control has been completely locked down by that DPS. Mewtwo is simply struggling to even show up in mid at this point, as their health bar is depleted nearly every time they get in the sideline of Zed.
Well, as things calm down. Whew. We needed that, because game was getting hot, the objectives were ripe, and Wolfpack Legends was able to pick them, able to now just sit and push objectives, get the towers to start to fall. We're going to see the middle turret be the next one to fall. I don't doubt that Periad and Intron Disposal will rotate right up there to this mid lane and allow Zed to be the one to come down here and continuously threaten whoever wants to answer him with some ultimates, with some explosive, you know, just ninja movements.
Yeah. I mean, hey, this bot lane duo has been incredible so far. The marksman build, now they're into late game, has been making some huge waves, and that tower being gone, creating that space, is going to be huge as we see Wolfpack Legends start to really close out this deal.
Wolfpack Legends
down for the count.
Always bringing enough people to deal with this Darius with the current power level that he's at, and doing a good job now pushing forward. Got the Rift Herald dropped in the mid lane. We said that this would be the next turret to drop, and Wolfpack Legends making it so. Oh my gosh, Let's Ride. That needs to be nerfed yesterday. What? Hey,
yeah, with the Rift Herald as well.
Was that an Oko? Was that a one shot? Like,
it must have been. I just have hope at this point. At this point in the game, 20 minutes in, Wolfpack Legends with a 4K lead? Nah.
The Dupin's family came out to watch them play the game, and then they just have to watch that be his gaming experience. Let's ride. You can't be trying to ride home that quick.
I mean, hey, it's only high school. It's only high school. We got time. We got time.
Let's ride.
It's only just begun.
Yeah. Trying to make a name for themselves out here. 6-0-3, only missing one of those kills. Missing participation for one of those kills, and it's definitely been a highlight reel for this young player.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, this is only game one. Only game one. We have a lot to learn from this match. We're gonna see how Trojan Armadillos are really able to adapt, either in this last chunk of game one or in game two, as we see Wolfpack Legends really start to take control. Top lane, Intron and Crispy trying to push Six Kings out of their comfort zone.
Oh yeah, they've done plenty of pushing, and they are getting paid in dividends out here. Some big money starting to flow into the pockets of the Wolfpack Legends. I see that they saying Wolfpack Country, let's ride in the chat. They're feeling good. Very exciting to see these young players and what they're going to be able to do with this lead that they have. One thing about League of Legends, you were the first person to say it to it in the little chat that we had before the game. Like, this game is all about actually being able to follow through with what you set out to do. So even if you have some bumps in the road, even if things become difficult, you have to be able to know that you can do it. But Dupin getting duped in the river, and that is going to be all that she wrote. Wolfpack Legends are mobilizing as a unit.
Roll out, and we about to get in there. Towards mid. It's only about half the team left for Trojan right now. They have no means to clap back until Dupin and Six Kings are back online.
And Trojan Armadillos are trying to be around this dragon in time for it to spawn, but unfortunately for them, it's got 13 seconds on it still. It is not spawned at all, and the Wolfpack Legends have approached and collapsed upon them here. They're going to push them out. They're going to put these strong vision wards and to enable them to just sit on this objective freely. Anime Armadillo, though, going for the backline, trying to kill the gaming Duff. Will he be able to? Assassin Rammus.
He was so
rolled out.
Thank goodness he made it out.
Rolled out. Hex
no,
Tech.
it's a wrap right now for Wolfpack Legends. They're simply waltzing through jungle, just taking control, taking out the Hex Tech Dragon.
Yeah, they're doing big work. I mean, they have done exactly what I wanted to see with a lead at this level of play. You know, it's all about being able to make your wins. Dropping a win, you know, making a win go to a loss is sometimes even worse than just losing the game. You know what I'm saying? So
you gotta have a W to an L. You gotta have a W to a W or an L to an L.
Yeah, you know, but with Let's Ride just being this disrespectful with this ability and just making it impossible for anybody to occupy the mid-range near this massive dragon. The only thing that the Trojan Armadillos can do is attack now. When Shyvana does not have that rage engaged, when this ultimate is fully used, you know that they're not going to be able to use that E so explosively. But will they be able to pull the trigger? Will they have baited themselves with this Baron that they've approached on here?
And here we go, another dragon fight. Wolfpack Legends. You can see down there, Dark Angleman trying to take space in the bot lane, but it's not going to lead to much if you can't actually take that tower. We're going back towards mid here. The teams are getting tight. Tensions are rising. Jungle doesn't belong to two people anymore. Will Trojan Armadillos properly let go of jungle for the sake of safety? Will they fight for it?
Yeah, I think that right now it's give it all up, batten down the hatches. Let's get as close to home base as we can and hope for a sick overextension, especially with this Baron empowered push that the Wolfpack Legends are going to be able to have here. It's going to be so difficult to even think about going past these turrets, and Six Kings getting an amazing angle here on Periad. And that's exactly what I said they should do. Turtle in, make them do these very aggressive big slugs and call them out for it. That's exactly what Six King does, and is able to get the kill there onto Periad, who, even though the scoreline is 0-4-2, is absolute unit here, firing down some big missiles with that rifle.
The minions are going in right now, extra powerful. It's simple now, but the camps have to be there to actually apply the buff. Armadillos are making space for themselves right now as they try to push back against the Wolfpack Legends. They've been running free for a bit too long now.
Yeah, gonna make those wolves head back to their den, lick their wounds for the time being, and get to spend a boatload of cash, because if you look down at that Shyvana, that's a Rabadon's Death Cap already, Night Harvester already, Oblivion Orb already, so the healing that is going to be incoming with that Chemtech Drake also just going to be nullified. Going to be so difficult for them to do anything with that, and we see an engage there onto Gaming Duff. I don't doubt that's Gaming Duff taking a little bit of a death there, and if this right here is any indication of what went down, I'm gonna say that was a little bit of a GG in the favor of the Wolfpack, because they were able to keep that torch burning bright, and just like that, I don't know what happened, but I assume it was pretty quick. It happened within 3 minutes, because that was our delay, right?
That beatdown was so uncalled for that clearly even the client couldn't wait to tell us. It was over. It was simply over.
They said, we don't even gotta tell you. Just so you know, it's over.
Yeah. Just to let y'all know. You know what? It saved y'all time. You know the 3-minute delay you had to fill up for already. Let's go ahead and save yourself some time and just relax. You know, move to the next game. This is only game 1 of a best of 3. Let's see what happens next up.
Absolutely, it's a best of 3 situation brought to us by PlayVS. You know, we got the Colorado high school cats out here doing their thing in the grand finals, and it's been so much fun. Game 1 there with you, Suplex. I see chats out here burning bright, and yeah, I'm very excited to see what we're gonna be getting into here, game 2, because it's really on Trojan Armadillos to come up with a response there, because they did not get their game plan to happen for them. You know, I said in the early game they were gonna have to be the ones to dictate that pace. They let the Shyvana power farm. They let her just get out of control. The Zed, even though they did get that nice kill on him in the river, they weren't able to deny him any of the resources that kind of led to him starting to spiral out of control on that Nico. The early CS deficit was very evident, and it was going to take the whole team of the Trojan Armadillos to start to feed into that, to be able to let that Nico flourish. And they needed her for her lockdown. They needed her for her burst potential.
If you can't build up that properly, then you're at a loss. The momentum was simply too great on the side of Wolfpack. You can't just catch up without a huge momentum shift, like taking out that mid lane and taking a tower, or taking that bot lane and fighting back for it, or even Swiss Kings be able to properly fight that top lane and gain control up there. It just couldn't happen. Couldn't get that spark going, but we'll see what happens in game 2. It's all good. For now, we got to take a short break. We'll be right back with more games. Don't y'all go anywhere. The set's just begun.
I hope you didn't go anywhere, because we're back in the action. Oski Champ and Suplex, courtesy of the Colorado High Schools Activities Association, and PlayVS. Game 2 of Grand Finals. Suplex, what's going through your brain, fam?
What's going on, man? I'm trying to see some adaptation.
Yes.
As simple as that. We saw Wolfpack tear through in that first bit. I mean, Armadillos had the advantage for the first 5 minutes or so. That much was true. But when Wolfpack claps back like that, and you don't have an answer, and you're just stuck there getting mowed down for the next 15, it's rough. It's rough.
Yeah,
but at least you have the time to absorb what happened and learn from it, right?
Absolutely. Like you said, the snowball got too big. The Shyvana was left unchecked. So if I'd like to see anything from the side of the Trojan Armadillos, it would be a Shyvana ban. Please do not let this character run the game again. And there we see it. First things first, the ribbon, get it in, kata. And we're going to switch sides on this one, it looks like. Gaming Duff, the Zed from the mid lane previous, going to be on that blue side, going against Mewtwo Cool in the mid lane on the red side.
I wouldn't be surprised if I saw a lot more focus on assassins for Team Armadillos here, because what mattered most in that first game was those team fights that came down to not just who was controlling the dragon in jungle, but also who's controlling each tower on both the top and bottom lane. Mid lane was pretty even for the majority of the match, I'm not gonna lie, but when it came down to it, top lane was simply locked down by Wolfpack. Bottom lane was simply locked down by the marksman duo there, and just able to completely own the entire momentum. Like, there was no chance for Armadillos to really actually get in there.
The Wolfpack was able to lend the aid to Crispy Bond when it was needed, and they're going right back Oh, actually, not right back to a classic. They're going to steal the Renata Glask away from the Trojan Armadillos. They do not want them to have this powerful pick. This champion absolutely ruled Worlds. It was across every single set that mattered. You know, they were picking this Renata Glask, and it's because not only is she oppressive in the lane as a caster with some great damage and shielding and healing, she also has, like I said, that ability to just keep her friends alive when they're able to get a kill at the brink of death, as well as put that massive AoE ultimate over everybody, puts them in this frenzy where they start to attack their allies and they're not able to even click. Going to be really difficult for them to come back from that if a massive follow-up comes up from the team. And speaking of follow-up, that Ezreal is trying to stay far and far away from fights from this Rammus. So it's a little interesting there to see the Armadillos go with the Rammus and the Ezreal. I feel like they kind of accomplished two different things. The Ezreal will be very safe though, so hopefully he will get unlocked. And against this Misfortune, who's kind of fallen down in the tier list here, 12.22, might be able to do really well if those Qs, those massive mystic shots are able to start to land, and he's able to get a really good wave push, start to keep him under the tower. And with a Senna, that becomes very possible.
And here we are again with Game & Duff on the Zed. Like, I feel like, I'm hoping we're not going to see the exact same story play out with Zed just slowly getting stronger, unable to be taken out in mid, until all of a sudden you can't approach to get your health bar completely shredded.
At least this time, well, besides this Senna, another squishy support to come out from the Armadillos. That, you know, last time was kind of their downfall. I feel like there was no fights even seen by their support. They always fell prey to those Shyvana E's, and that was possibly a one-off situation for Shyvana to get that fed. But in general, you know, that positioning matters so much when you're playing a squishy support. And in the last game, we didn't get a good sample that this support has that mastery over it.
He might not be teenage, he might not be a turtle, but he definitely is mutant. This Rammus getting that final ban in.
Ooh, gonna ban a Kled as well as a Wukong. Maybe that's a target ban. Perhaps they know that this top laner does like to play some Kled in solo queue and is really proficient with it. But yeah, interesting. I haven't really seen Kled be a ban, but maybe in Colorado they got the dirty Scarl play. Let me know in the chat if Colorado known for their
that culture,
their top tier Kled players.
Another Viper, crazy.
Viper versus Viper. Nah,
sorry, it's gonna see dark hair and mask, and I'm just like,
oh yeah,
games. What are you
this
doing?
Is the dark hair and mask right here, though. This is gonna be one with the shadows, very slippery champion, and a nice counter for Mewtwo Cool because the Gaming Duff was able to do so much without having resources. Akali also is a stamina champion, so not going to have that deficit of playing a mana champ into a stamina champion. Both of them going to be able to stay in lane for a lot longer. And Echo and Ornn both locked in. Echo has become an S tier jungler for sure here. And let's ride. Like I said, one of those players that can really start to take off in the game. So gonna have to keep our eyes out for this Echo.
Cannot let that man run free. I'm telling you.
You're gonna see Echo did start to lose that lead with some great collapse from Trojan Armadillos. Just shouting out the chat right there. And speaking of Six Kings, gonna pick the Aatrox up. Going to need to be an absolute unit for his team in the top lane, and gonna be afforded that space to do so early against this Ornn pick. Ornn is not the kind of character that likes to deal with these mid-range casters that the Aatrox is able to really get those sweet spots on his Qs time and time again on the Ornn. But if he's able to use the W correctly and get some invulnerability through his knockup, can get some really favorable trades. So kind of is a skill matchup at the end of the day between Six Kings and Crispy Bond one more time.
I'm surprised to see that we're seeing such a incredibly swift composition change from what we saw last match. Now I know the bans aren't quite the same, but to mix it up like this, I guess it's more of a knowledge check than anything else.
Yeah, chat was letting me know Six Kings won the semifinals match single-handedly with Kled.
Dang!
Kled monster sounds like. So yeah, I was thinking that was a pretty interesting ban for what was left open to ban, and just like
right.
that. A little pocket pick, a little love from Six Kings side, and I'm very excited to see what we get into here. It's Trojan Armadillos and Wolfpack Legends, possibly for the last time. Trojans Armadillos on their tournament game here. Wolfpack Legends up, add in, and they could possibly take it home here.
This is it, yo. The Colorado High School Activities Association presented to you with PlayVS in this Fall 2022 High School Championship. I'm telling you, this is it. This could be it. The end of the set right here. Game 2, Wolfpack Legends up 1. Can Trojan Armadillos properly adapt? We'll have to see.
Adaptation. That's the name of the game. Suplex. Looking to put somebody backwards and snap they back while doing it.
That's what I do best. I play fighting games.
Is there a champion? You see the Project L, I don't doubt, you know, the fighting game that Riot will be coming out with. Is there a character that you've seen in the little videos that have been teased that you kind of were leaning towards? Is there one that was kind of picking your fancy, like, oh, that looks...
I'm pretty excited. I'm not gonna lie, it is a duos game, so it's 2v2, right? I'm pretty sure.
I think that is going to be like the main mode that they focus on.
Yeah. So as we look into it, I want to see if we can probably get to playing, I think, Echo, and if he's going to be a character, Braum. Braum would be sick.
Say, I want the mustache.
Yeah, it's the big shield, just charging forward and neutral.
Braum has some of the best voice lines in the game, hands down.
That's what I'm saying. He'd be such a great character in a fighting game where you need that kind of personality.
Supportive, friendship, enjoying the world and the simple things, and then, man, if he was in that, Project L would be crazy. But yeah, Echo, definitely the fighter that I'm looking forward to. I think that Darius looked crazy as well.
Oh yeah,
big axe just flinging around, just ripping through people's souls. Would not want to be on the tail end of that, but I'm very excited to get into this game here. It's going to be that very short delay as we pan over the beautiful Summoner's Rift, and we're going to be getting into it very quickly here.
I'll just see how bot lane pans out this time, because we saw just how effective the Marksman duo was, but I wonder if they'll change it up this time. Wolfpack Legends might take it at a different approach this time.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I was just so impressed by Periad and Intron Disposal's ability to just roll with the punches. They were leaning left, bobbing right, making it hard to fight, keeping it on sight, rolling around. They were going crazy on that thing in the bot lane, just making sure that anything that Anime, Armadillo, and team were trying to brew up was just negated. And that was what allowed Let's Ride and Gaming Duff to start to really just go crazy and just continue to get so much. All the pressure was focused in the bot lane, and Period and Intron Disposal, they ate it up like it was the dinner all night. I'm thinking about right now is almost 7 o'clock here on Pacific Standard Time.
We're in December now. Christmas dinner is not too far away.
Oh man, did you have a good Thanksgiving? Did you enjoy some food?
Oh, I did, but that was back in October for us. We're Canadian.
Oh snap! Happy Thanksgiving belated.
It was so good. It was so good. I'm telling you, the stuffing that my family makes is so ridiculous. The bacon in there.
Sounds like I'm taking a trip to Vancouver for a plate next year.
It was ridiculous. Yours was good?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Kept it quiet, kept it chill. A lot of cooking, and the worst part after, always the dishes. Oh Lord, here we go But I know that none of these kids are gonna have to do the dishes if they're able to get the win in grand finals, able to go home and you done good today, kid.
Go get in your Xbox. It's all right.
Yeah, just go play some League of Legends. Could you imagine? You win grand finals and you're like, I'm just gonna go play some League of Legends. Yeah, that's literally my community. Oh man, we love this game too much.
Really, speaking of cooking though, do you see a lot of real synergies in these teams right now? Like, do you see an end game that will just completely seal the deal?
Yeah, the synergy honestly lies on the Wolfpack Legends side. They have insane engage with the Ornn Horn. That Ornn ultimate is going to be able to set up so much. Let's Ride is going to be able to follow up with his W, which is another AoE stun. That's going to allow Periad to just rain bullets of Hellfire with their ultimate and just continue to just put procs of melting damage down. And then on top of that, Intron Disposal also has an AoE ultimate to layer on top. They have huge engage windows that they can just all pile onto. And from the last game, we saw they're very confident with doing so. Trojan Armadillos has a massive, hill to climb here, but they're going to be able to do that with the picks that they have. Anime Armadillo can peel back, deny the Zed. They can choose their windows of engagement around when Wolfpack Legends is looking to be overzealous for it.
We go on this first pick in the jungle. Get that money up, not your funny up.
Yeah, no funny biz out here. Not going to be Shaco's. We saw Shaco get told no, sir, to these games. And 6 Kings here. Going to be important that they play this Aatrox Ornn matchup perfectly. And if they do that, they will be rewarded with being the ultimate raid boss that this Aatrox can become.
Yeah, chat's juicing me up 6 Kings right now. And now they're playing mid as well. Just saying. Oh no, they're playing top lane still. Sorry, my bad. Crispy Bond. It's the same matchup we saw in game 1. Who will come out on top this time?
Yeah, Crispy Bond now switching over to this Ornn, who once they start getting those Ornn items given to the team, Ornn not necessarily known for being the biggest fighter, but just has so much crowd control, and also at levels 13 through 18, if I'm not mistaken, gives an upgraded item to all of the team. Whatever their core item is, they're able to basically get around 3,000 to 4,000, sometimes 5,000 gold extra in stats for free, just from Ornn leveling up. So really important that they deny Crispy Bond becoming out of control and over leveled on 6 Kings. But with the pick that 6 Kings chose, though, very oh no, as I say that, I can't even talk about it. Let's Ride is down for the fight to shut down 6 Kings early, and he's gonna get rewarded with that. Great pathing by the Echo, and at the same time, Periad and Intron Disposal getting a kill downtown.
Yeah, what a push from Let's Ride. Just coming in there to support, just saying, you know what, Crispy Bond, we're taking down 6 Kings right now. It's not happening.
They got the push, they got the check, and they got the mate. They might even get a latte after all this is said and done, because they are feeling really good putting this Ezreal behind this much this early. Only sitting at 10 CS, only level 2, 4 minutes into the game. Not even gonna get to stack up that tier at all. He's gonna be left so long before he's put online unless they start to funnel resources down here. And that's what the Wolfpack Legends can expect. They can start to already line up a counterpunch for if Anime Armadillo and all the team starts to come down. 6 Kings as well doesn't have TP, so they can't even set up for a big flank from this Aatrox. He's really just committing to being able to beat down Crispy Bond here.
We're big chilling in mid right now as well. Mewtwo Cool and Game and Duff once again just facing off. Waiting for the minions to do their work. Waiting for any chance to see if we can get some more trades in. Mewtwo Cool is already down about 40% here, losing some more. Don't get caught out too much.
Game and Duff definitely comfort pick on this Zed, and they weren't able to take it away in the first ban cycle. It would have been interesting to see how things would have played out if Trojan Armadillos chose to just ban the Shyvana and ban the Zed straight up, but perhaps there's something even scarier that they know Game and Duff has in tow. Nice unstoppable use there by Crispy Bond, gonna get to extend this for a little bit longer, but the Conquerors now engaged by 6 Kings, don't want to prolong this fight, and he's gonna back out Crispy Bond, taking a massive beating there in that exchange.
You see Wolfpack Legends getting pushed back a bit now in bottom lane. As we see Trojan Armadillos take some space, start to get that fight going. The top lane as well, Crispy Bond's just back to a corner against his tower.
Yeah, Crispy Bond taking a beating, and that's why we're seeing Let's Ride make their way up top. Going to be seen by this ward on approach, so 6 Kings given a bit of time, but nice sweeper. Let's Ride gonna say, no way, I'm not gonna overcommit. Let this Ornn farm out this wave, continue to get levels, uncontested. Intron Disposal get in the pool onto Dark Angle, man, and that is never what you want to see on the Ezreal. Let's Ride.
Oh no.
Getting the jump on an overextended 6 Kings. You're going to the wrong side of the map, or
here we go.
Is he?
Zachary coming in clutch right now, trying to take out 6 Kings right now, but go for the flash away. Crispy Bond trying to seal the deal. But gonna take it out himself. Let's see. And there it is. Mewtwo Cool coming in to seal the deal. And Armadillo's also down for the count. 2 team members down, 2 champs on each side, or 1 champ on each side.
Things started with Six Kings looking like they were overextended, but at the end of the day, Six Kings is the one to walk away with the double kill. What a massive swing there for the Trojan Armadillos. It was so imperative that they won that fight in the river, and they clutch it out.
And this is where that tide turn becomes so crucial. You have to make the right decisions here. You can't just spend willy-nilly. That money needs to go towards your future, not just your current. If you can't spend it for that fight, it's going to be in about 5 minutes or so. Get these towers, create that space. We're going to fall back into the same momentum spiral that we had last match, where Wolfpack Legends will play it slow, get their buffs up, and all of a sudden, can't make a comeback.
There's an Infernal Drake up, and it looks like if the Trojan Armadillos are able to do anything here, they'll have their first bids on it. Going to be Anime Armadillo going deep for Intron Disposal, going to possibly get the kill, but no! Popped too early! Wolfpack Legends weather the storm, and they continue to push. Dark Angle, man, you cannot escape Let's Ride. He's jumping, and he's phasing, and he's taking down the Trojan Armadillos by himself.
Infernal Dragon going down for the count right now as well for the Trojan Armadillos. Wolfpack Legends, again, just on the back foot now. What will we see from the top lane now as well? Six Kings trying to fight back.
I love that Trojan Armadillos is down for the fight. I love that they want to bring what they have to it. But sometimes the better option is to back down. Anime Armadillo was toying them. He was baiting them with that low health. But at the end of the day, it's the tanky Rammus who can just boost his stats so much with his skills. Once those cooldowns came back up, Anime Armadillo feeling safe to go back in and was rewarded for doing so. Even though it was popped, I mean, Anime Armadillo was popped and the Wolfpack Legends was just able to continue to go. Felt baited by his own skills is what I was essentially trying to say, and thought that he could go back in, thought that he'd be able to take down just Intron Disposal sitting there a little bit squishy, a little bit low health. Not going to be the same success that we see Let's Ride getting on some of these attacks, some of these massive ganks that we're seeing in the top lane paying off so well.
And Gaming Dev Mutical still fighting for that mid control. It seems like Mutical might have a bit of advantage here with the minions and the DPS, but again, we're not going to know until one of them goes down. That might take a while.
Take a look at the farm numbers, and it looks like everything pretty even there. Our kill discrepancy, though, starting to add up, and as well as those tower plates in the bot lane. Oh, big double up shot there by Periad, going to connect and just chunk down this bot lane. Unfortunately for them, Anime Armadillo is so far across the map that they're in danger of getting dove here. Both members of the Wolfpack Legends are level 6. Both of them have their ultis ready. I know they're looking for an opportunity to kill here.
One chance to be all it takes here.
Oh, yep, there's the Ronaldo ulti.
Here we go.
Yeah, there's going to be a nice shift away from the Ezreal, though. Dark Angle, man, no stranger to the angles, and going to go perpendicular to that one.
Hey! You gotta slow down, man. It's just I love that, goddamn. Anime Armadillo again, just supporting him mid here. Trying to create that opportunity. Armadillo just needs one chance to get some momentum flowing.
Ooh, Six Kings. Looking for a little bit of blood in the water there, but knows that if this Ornn wants to fight, it must be because there's help, because this guy cannot beat me up alone. And that is going to be the sign for Six Kings to back away from that. Let's Ride was in the river looking for it. Periad and Intron Disposal just having their best day ever down here in the bot lane. But there's the Ornn horn being sound. Crispy Bond gonna be dodged out though. There is going to be a huge pop to come out with the Echo, and Crispy Bond's actually gonna get the kill credit.
That was ridiculous. It's an instant assassination. This Kings is down for the count, and once again,
this Echo just so strong now. Even still has that ability to go back with the ultimate there. Chrono Shift out of there. Going to be so happy with the HP that's gained. Periad on a killing spree, making it rain down like I said would happen. And oh my gosh, across the map, there is just nothing that the Trojan Armadillos can be happy to see going on.
Yeah, this is looking like a swift recovery for Wolfpack. They were down for a little bit, but at this point in time, the first tower is going to go to them.
And it's not only the first tower, it's the first tower before 14 minutes. At 14 minutes, the turret platings with all those extra gold fall off. But they're able to give the maximum value turret to this Misfortune, who's playing into an Ezreal who takes so much time to scale up. She's able to just build raw damage and start to take people down here. Already has a Kraken Slayer, which is going to make this Rammus feel very cautious about just rolling up to any fight.
Not the first, I think. I don't think I've seen Gaming Dev actually back off from Mewtwo Cool yet. This could be interesting for the mid development right now.
Six Kings is the prayer for the Trojan Armadillos. Mewtwo Cool as well can start to go crazy. Really down in farm right now. Mewtwo Cool also getting focused down by the jungler here. We're gonna escape like ninja assassins do. Six Kings back, gonna be interrupted here by Crispy Bonnie. Not happy about that. We're gonna beat him up a little bit. Oh!
This kid's fighting for the space.
Just like that?
Locking down Crispy Bond, melting down that health bar. Here it comes.
Yeah, a little too scrappy, Crispy Bond. You know you didn't have no friends there. He's gonna get his bluff called out. Six Kings now is an absolute threat upstairs. There is going to be a turret destroyed very quickly here. Intron Disposal getting jumped on by Anime Armadillo. Once again, we're seeing this Rammus play a little too aggressively and get called out, and that's allowing the space for Let's Ride to threaten the backline. Everybody out of there quick, and the Dragon will be Wolfpack Legends' prize.
Looking great so far. The momentum again is just swinging for Wolfpack. They play it slow and they let Trojan play around, have their space, get their picks, but when it comes down to it, the proper spending and the proper jungling is going to Wolfpack.
Now they're doing their thing. They're making their names known across the Rift right now, and that's what you want to see in Grand Finals. I know that they are itching to be the ones to hoist up that banner at the end of the day. Walk in after this weekend feeling leveled up the way that they should. Everybody, though, that has lent their talents to the bracket thus far should feel very proud. And speaking of pride, there is a pride stalker on the hunt.
Yeah, the fight.
Not going to put the final kill in, though. Not going to get enough damage there.
And no nails in coffin yet. We're getting there, though. It could just be on that track. This team doesn't fight for this top lane right now. Taking care of minions. Taking care of business.
Let's Ride on the top side of the map right now. Seeing some Let's Go pings onto Six Kings on this Aatrox. Going to be a battle against the raid boss, and it looks like they are mobilizing all 5 units towards him. Early engage here because Let's Ride is just in time, and now everybody's in time to start to batten down and destroy this top turret. Going to be so devastating for the Trojan Armadillos to have already lost their outer turret line in the first 14 minutes.
This bottom lane pretty empty right now, but mid, plenty of action. Do you think Mewtwo Cool's really ready to be taking control of this mid lane? Is the build complete?
Nah, it's just there's nobody else to send right now. I mean, you could possibly put Six Kings in that situation in mid, but then you're leaving this Zed, you know, free to just kind of do whatever he wants. He's feeling more baited into locking down this Mewtwo Cool Akali in the mid lane, but as things are slowly devolving into a kill spree for the Wolfpack Legends all across the map, there's no lanes for anybody to call their own any longer. There's rampages and kill sprees and everything going into the pockets of Wolfpack Legends.
Yeah, and 4 out of 5 are down for the count. Data Dupin just coming back now. The team is shattered, and the space control that Wolfpack Legends are building for themselves is just ridiculous. At this point in time, it's going to take a near miracle with a 10k difference.
Yeah, there is going to be, you know, maybe somebody would need to take their hands off the keyboard for a while. Maybe somebody, you know, go take a nap in the Dragon Pit for a little bit. But if Wolfpack Legends continues to do what we've seen for them to get to this point, it's looking like it could very much be a done deal. 14 kills, 5 turrets, 2 dragons, a Rift Herald in the pockets, and on the other side of things, it's 4 kills. It's not a perfect game, but there's no turrets, no objectives, nothing that the mid to late game is going to be able to offer the Trojan Armadillos besides a massive avalanche of wolves coming down the hill and taking everything that they want.
Just a lot of it here. It's crazy to look at just how much of a lead the Wolfpack Legends have made themselves here.
Yeah, very impressive.
The CS is just ridiculous
at this 16 minutes to be able to accrue 11,000 gold league. That definitely speaks to an all-around effort that was just superior to the opposition for the time being. They really found them out in that first game and were able to go crazy. Crispy Bond starting things off, already taking 6 kings off the map. He was the most fed, and from there, it's going to be bullet time for the Misfortune. Misfortune going to get the kills. Dark Angle Man, you don't want to come over here. You're in danger, my friend. Going to exhaust Let's Ride for the time being. But going to chase him down. Going to get his kill. Chrono Shift right out of there.
It's ridiculous at this point. The entirety of Push Armadillo is wiped. At this point in time, Wolfpack are just waltzing through. That first tower will be going down real quick.
Yeah, that's a lot of wolves alive and no armadillos to put their shields up and deter them. Gonna be Senna first on the map. Dada Dupin trying to be someone to start to absorb these resources as the middle inhibitor is already threatened. Now they're gonna transition their focus down to this bot lane and start to do a lot of damage. Already taking the turret. There is nothing for Trojan Armadillos to do for the time being. They're gonna have to calculate a perfect time to counter whatever engage the Wolfpack Legends put out. They're gonna need to scatter, and then they're gonna need to all unify and move forward.
Keep it simple now. You can't overcommit. Wolfpack Legends, you've got such an incredible lead. If you waste this now, then what are you really doing? Now's the time to play it slow. Get this dragon. Don't rush too much. We got time. We're only 18 minutes in, pretty much.
Oh, and Armadillo not going to get the smite off. Oh, his smite was down. Got into the pit, but the smite was down. They're going to get the kill and those massive shutdowns. That's 1,000 gold to the Akali. That is huge. It's absolutely what they needed here. Going to be a great flash over the wall by Crispy Bond. No. There is the gaming duff, though, and Let's Ride. They are so huge, and that is going to be a Lich Bane procced Let's Ride, who's going to be able to do anything he wants against this Armadillo. Let him die slow, I guess. Crispy Bond going to get the final kill credit. Mewtwo Cool getting styled on by Gaming Duff, and they were there a little too long. Wolfpack mobilized.
A gank while Twitch Armadillos were getting the dragon from Wolfpack Legends, and then a counter gank from Wolfpack Legends. It's just, I can't believe this. The amount of actual outplay that we're seeing is professional level. At a high school league, this is great to see.
Yeah, there is a lot of strength that we're seeing come out from these rosters here. You know, Trojan Armadillo, 6 Kings, able to continue to push as the strong point for his team as they start to get little things that they can get. Armadillo with a great mind there to get in on the Dragon Pit. Understood that those the bottom lane was isolated there in the pit. Knew that he could go in, but unfortunately for him, did not have the smite off cooldown. Not sure what he used that on, but I know he's kicking himself not being able to deny that Cloud Drake. Getting the massive 1,000 gold onto the Akali, though, helped out. Now she has that proto belt and can start to look to destroy this Misfortune, which is the ultimate goal. The Renata also, you know, a little bit of a side quest, but this Misfortune needs to pop off the map if Trojan Armadillos want to have a shot.
We're looking at least an attempt at mid control here from Mewtwo trying to take out that tower, but here comes Period and the entire team to take out Mewtwo Cool in seconds. They're just rolling together now at this point. There's no
Cool just unfortunately too cool for vision there, and did not see the onslaught of wolves headed their way. But just like that, we see it in chat. It looks like Let's Ride on their way to their 3rd state championship in Colorado, doing some amazing stuff here on the Echo, making it look like a victory lap. 24-6, complete objective control, almost 100% kill participation last game, and has continued to be the heartbeat here of the team. Periad, though, and Intron Disposal in the bot lane, doing great stuff, not only in the first game, but here in the second game, getting to really flourish and show how strong they are as a duo.
Yeah, Wolfpack Legends, I mean, there's something special about this team right now. And like the chat said, I mean, thank you for the heads up. The 3rd state championship. This is ridiculous. Let's ride. Let's go, yo. Like, this is where history is made. not just for esports history, for the professionals, but when you see storylines at the high school level like this, it's beautiful to see, truly. The amount of effort and passion these players have for the game and for their league, you can't imagine anywhere else.
Wants to become the Colorado King, and this could be the game-winning push to do so. Baron Buff is on. Enemy Armadillo gonna single out Periad and possibly get the kill. Will get the kill. Shut down, engaged, but there is the Wolves. Do not kill my friend. We are gonna destroy everything that you have, and they are gonna push forward. Let's ride. Being so aggressive, but gonna be able to chrono ship out of there. Double kill for the Zed. Continues to push on, but safely taps back to the shadows as everything is breaking for the side of the Trojan Armadillos. They have no base. It's in shambles. Minions are destroying turrets, and they're continuing to push.
The buff. The minions right now are coming in so clutch as it just tears through the towers.
What a huge shoot from Six Kings! That was so massive, he's able to chunk out so many people, get the shutdown engaged! Wow, that is massive by Six Kings! Waited so long, the over-aggression, the overstay by the Wolfpack gets called out, and that's a shutdown one more time for the Akali as well. They are going to feel so good with this. The victory that was possibly being celebrated a little too soon because Trojan Armadillos just came out swinging.
It's not going to be that easy. And Trojan Armadillos have made that statement very clear. Wolfpack, they're trying to walk through, invade their home, take out that Nexus real quick, but not today. Not in this minute. We still got a game to play. It's only the 22nd, going to 23rd minute of this match. We got time.
Yeah, there are no Ornn items on the field yet. Crispy Bond has left lane the entire game and allowed for this massive amount of CS differential to accumulate between him and Six Kings. Six Kings going to be doing so much damage, and we see a crazy teleport there by Crispy Bond get fully isolated. The Winions are flooding into the base though. Keep an eye on the Trojan Armadillo's base. Wolfpack Legends here are just going to want to stall them out from recalling as long as possible because the supers are flooded in. There is a great engage that they start to threaten with. Let's ride to the back line. Let's ride. Going to thrive in this fight, and that is going to be everything that the Wolfpack Legends need to become the state champions of Colorado.
It's a simple walk to their base at this point. Wolfpack Legends have cleared the team. They're waltzing right through. You can see it on their faces. It's a W inbound. And like we mentioned before, the ability to build on those W's, the ability to properly stack up your team for success and properly build out that synergy, that's what we've seen today. And that's why Wolfpack Legends are your dubs, your champions for today's PlayVS Fall 2022 High School Championship with the Colorado High School Activities Association. This has been a beautiful set, yo.
Absolutely beautiful. I can't believe I had the front row seat. You had to be here live to see that victory screen because it looked like a comeback was about to be mounted. I swear I saw the inklings. I saw the light at the end of the tunnel for the Trojan Armadillos, but Let's Ride and crew said, let's go. Jump on the back. I'm going to take you guys to the promised land. And just like that, if I'm not mistaken, is his third state championship. Such a successful player in his region, and definitely some amazing things on the futures and the horizon for all of the players that got to this grand final. All 10 players, the coaching, just all of it just looks so amazing. I'm so proud to see NA at this place in the high school and get to be able to, like I said, witness it from the front row with you, Suplex.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you loved that you took away from today?
No, Austin, it's been an absolute pleasure. I do got to say as well, like, Trojan Armadillos put up such an amazing fight, and I have to shout out Six Kings and Dada Dupin playing such really solid control and such good team play with their actual teammates. Just get that synergy in there, along with Mewtwo Cool holding down mid lane as best as they could. I mean, it's a tough battle to try and actually get that W on, but when you're doing all you can, I mean, they made it a close fight. There's nothing just to say there's any kind of shame about it being a close fight. And hey, Trojan Armadillos, you did a fucking amazing job. It was truly an amazing job.
Great stuff, great show, an amazing time. Make sure you're followed in on PlayVS and all their socials. And if you enjoyed the show, you enjoyed the commentary, make sure you're tapped in with our socials as well. Find me on Aussie Champ everywhere. Find Young Suplex as Suplex where you can find him.
Yeah, that's Suplex Plus, baby.
And that's everything that she wrote. What an amazing time here getting to commentate the grand finals of this event. And With that being said, I believe we are out of here. That's a show, baby.
That was a good one, yo. No, truly. Thanks again for the players. Once again, Push Number Dolls, amazing play. But today, Wolfpack Legends are your champions. Shoutouts once again to Crispy Bond, Let's Ride, The Game and Duff, Period, and Intron Disposal. You 5 have done some amazing work today. Now head on home, get some good dinner, and above all else, keep enjoying the games you love, y'all. It's been a good one.